fuck your New Year's resolutions. Alright, fuck your New Year's resolutions. Yeah, you heard me right. You think writing it down on a piece of paper or on a whiteboard is gonna do something? You're mad still. But I'm just playing still. New Year's resolutions are cool. You know, writing down your goals, writing down the person you want to become for 2026. All of that's cool. But the key to really making sure that you hit those targets and making sure that you stay consistent and you don't just allow it to be a 1 week or a 1 month thing where you're motivated for the start of the year and then you relapse back into your old self. No. If you want to make it a real like part of you, whatever goal you're trying to reach or whoever you're trying to become, if you want to really make it who you are, then you need to watch the rest of this video. Feel me? But as I was saying before, creating New Year's resolutions isn't enough. Writing it down isn't enough. In order for you to truly accomplish your goals and truly become the person that you want to be, you have to do something very particular, very specific, and that's shift your identity. In order to accomplish your New Year's resolutions, you need to become the version of you that has already accomplished all of those resolutions. You feel me? But yeah, man. The reason I said fuck your New Year's resolutions is because when you write it down, and maybe you might even create a plan for it, it's not really gonna do too much because your subconscious mind controls 95% of your behavior, of your actions, of your thoughts, of your emotions. Just think about your subconscious mind as the controller of things like your heart rate, digestion, when your body heals, you know, all the things that happen on autopilot. That's what your subconscious mind is in charge of. So in order for you to have the actions and execute on your plan accordingly, your subconscious mind needs to be programmed to that version of you that you're trying to become. So that's why I said fuck New Year's resolutions, because you can write down your goals, you can write down the person you want to become, but if your subconscious mind isn't aligned with that version of you, then you're just going to be running around in circles. You're just going to be writing shit down and not even accomplishing shit for real. So that's why it's very important that you shift your identity, that you become the version of you that has that New Year's resolution. So if you're trying to lose weight, then you already know that you need to become the version of you mentally and subconsciously that has already lost the weight. You feel me? It's not enough just to write that shit down. You really gotta embody it and make it your identity. So for me personally, I don't write down goals. I don't write down New Year's resolutions. I just execute on intuition. I just do, you feel me? Like I already have a vision of where I'm going and I just execute, like I just flow with it. But it's not like I don't write New Year's resolutions or goals because I've done so in the past. And every time I've written down goals, I noticed that I ended up accomplishing them later than I wanted to. Like maybe a year after or 6 months after, I would end up accomplishing the goal. So after I first noticed that, the first thing I'd done was I stopped putting time limits or time constraints on my goals and just allowed them to happen whenever. But then after that, I was like, you know what? In order for me to truly embody the identity of the version of me that I'm trying to become, then I got to get rid of time and I've got to get rid of the goals themselves, because the version of me that has everything that was once a goal doesn't have them as goals. It's just a normal part of their life, you feel me? So from now on, all I do is if I'm going towards a milestone or a target, I'll just envision and I visualize it as already done. And I imagine the version of me that already does it. So that's how man's moving 2026. I don't need goals, I don't need New Year's resolutions. But if that works for you and you have success with it, then that's fine, you feel me? Kudos to you. And I wish you a very successful and blessed 2026. But for me personally, not to say that shit doesn't work right now in your goals and shit. Like I've written down plenty of goals before and I've accomplished it, but the way I move now is shit. Anything I want, I first visualize and imagine myself having it already. And by me doing so and becoming the version of me that already has whatever it is I desire, it comes to me way quicker than writing it down. And like, because when you write it down and have it as a goal, it's something external, it's something outside of you. It's hard to really identify with that identity when you have it as a goal, when you have it written down. But instead of writing it down and just having it as your identity, it's just like, it's a part of you, it's a natural thing, you feel me? Russell Brunson talks about this in his book, Expert Secrets. He talks about when you're creating a movement and a future-based cause, the best thing you can do when creating a movement and creating a tribe is creating an identity shift. When you shift the identity of your tribe, of your members, because identity is truly where change happens. You feel me? Identity is truly where change happens. So that's what I've been doing, man. That's how I became a profitable trader. I first became a profitable trader mentally. I visualized and imagined the professional version of me. I even wrote down a whole like spider diagram, and I created, what's this higher version of me? What's this version of me that is profitable? What's the version of me that executes flawlessly? I wrote it all down, and then visualized it and had it as my mental preparation before the trading day. And a couple months after, I ended up having my first profitable month in September 2023. Because first, I embodied the identity of a profitable trader. And then second, because I identified with the identity of a profitable trader, and subconsciously it was a truth and a belief that I had in myself, my actions, my thoughts, my emotions, everything associated with it just naturally flowed and naturally happened. So then now, all the old problems I faced in trading with FOMO, and all the problems I faced with fear of failure and, just self-sabotage and feeling like I was going in circles. For 2 years I was unprofitable, trying to make a broken system work, because I learned from an unprofitable trader and someone who wasn't even a trader for real. So it took 2 years of going through hell to then realize I needed to shift my identity. I needed to become the version of me that was already profitable. And then once I'd done that, the results followed. In order to become something physically, you must first become it vibrationally. And vibrationally is a combination of mentally and spiritually. Mentally and mind, you need to already envision yourself as a professional, and spiritually you already need to feel yourself as a professional. Feeling is the secret, as Neville Goddard says. When you really want to program your subconscious mind, you got to tap into emotion, because emotion is the largest shareholder of your subconscious mind. Shout out to Neural Knowledge, where I first heard that one from. Feel me? But yeah, man. Fuck your New Year's resolution. Fuck your New Year's resolutions, man. Your New Year's resolutions ain't doing nothing. But when you shift your identity, that's when all the changes really, really happen. So instead of New Year's resolutions, what's your new identity? Who are you becoming this year? What does your higher self look like? Create your higher self. Write down all these questions. What does your higher self look like? What do they sound like? What's their character? What's their morals? What's their principles? What's their routine like? How much money do they make? You feel me? How much money do they make? What's their income streams? What's their habits? You feel me? How do they give value? Because that's where money truly comes from. You feel me? How do they give value? But yeah, man. I just wanted to talk about New Year's resolutions, creating your higher self. When I was 18 years old, I remember watching Taekwondo for the first time. And I looked up to him as like a big bro for real. Like someone who taught me about manhood, taught me about being the best version of you. And being the best version of you is a constant journey. It's never you're never there, you feel me? It's a constant becoming and a constant evolving. But I remember creating my higher self, all these questions. I had 25 plus questions. I can't remember all of them now, but I created this higher self, and it gave me a method It gave me a backbone. It gave me something to fall back on whenever I slipped up. Because on the journey of becoming your best self, you're gonna slip up time and time again. Like, it's a normal thing. And at first you're gonna beat yourself up. You probably already do beat yourself up when you're not being the person that you're supposed to be. But it's okay, like, it's part of life. Like, no one's perfect. Even though I talk about creating my higher self and being my higher self, that doesn't mean I'm being my higher self 24/7. I slip up and make mistakes too, you feel me? But yeah, man, like, creating this higher self, writing all these questions, envisioning it, embodying it, creating it, and having it as my identity is what led to the reality I live now, man. And a reality full of abundance, a reality full of success, just effortless execution, all from shifting my identity, you feel me? So, fuck your New Year's resolutions and create that new identity. And then subconsciously program it through yourself, through emotionally imagining you in that identity. Creating an identity shift is the easiest way to stay disciplined, the easiest way to stay consistent, the easiest way to just effortlessly execute without the resistance, without the procrastination, without the self-sabotage. Of course, these things will still happen, but when you truly create that identity shift, all the things associated with what you're supposed to do just become a natural byproduct and just become a natural thing, you feel me? If you're just starting out on a journey, for example, you want to get in the gym, you want to lose weight, it might be, you know, you probably have habits that go against that identity that you're trying to create. But once you shift into that identity of the version of you that is fit, of the version of you that is healthy, then being consistent in the gym, consistently tracking your macros, consistently, you know, tracking your workouts and staying away from the things that regress your journey and prevent you from succeeding, it'll be easier for you to stay away from those things because you are that fit version of you. Like, I literally done this with calisthenics. Like, I was going gym for, I would say, a good 6 months consistently, just because I enjoyed it. And then during summer, I was like, you know what, I might as well start Cali because I enjoy this way more, being outside instead of locked up in a gym, you feel me? And within the first 4 months of starting calisthenics, I unlocked front lever. I had the solid 10-second plus handstand, like in the 15 seconds, 14 seconds, consistent handstands. I unlocked front lever, 5-6 seconds, and I had muscle up from the jump. That wasn't something I unlocked. The first time I tried muscle ups, I was able to do a couple. Of course it was bad form, but I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I had back lever on lock from the front. And yeah, man, things that, you know, a lot of these Cali athletes would say it takes a year or 2 years. I unlocked in 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, because I was already unconsciously a calisthenics athlete. I was already doing the things that Cali athletes do. I was already training the same way that they were. I was doing the progressions the same way they were. And yeah, man, so unlocking skills, doing things that were not really the norm, you feel me? I done that shit quickly, I done that shit effortlessly because I was that Cali athlete, I was that identity, I was that version of me that unlocked these skills effortlessly. And I continue to unlock skills and improve and get stronger because it's just who I am, you feel me? Your New Year's resolutions, whatever they are, make it who you are. If you're trying to get fit for your New Year's resolution, become that version of you that's fit. Tell yourself, I am fit now. And you may get self-doubt or thoughts that say, no, you're not. And then that's when, you know, you have to create emotional conviction and you have to tap into your subconscious mind for emotional programming. And that's how you do it, man. You have to do it through imagination, emotionally charged thoughts throughout the day, but mainly imagination. You have to emotionally imagine someone, a loved one, or a friend or whatever, congratulating you for accomplishing whatever that New Year's resolution is. First, you create a scene of your desired reality. You create a scene of your New Year's resolution. So if it's to become fit this year, if it's to make more money, if it's to make 10k a month, 20k a month, if that's your New Year's resolution, you create a scene where a loved one, a family member, a friend is congratulating you for accomplishing that New Year's resolution or that milestone. You create a scene, a short and loopable scene, a 5-second scene. That's what you do. Then the next step you do is you get into a meditative state. However long that takes, you want to sit or lie down and get into a state of relaxation, because that puts your subconscious mind into a theta brainwave state. And when your subconscious mind is in theta, that's when it's most open, that's when it's most programmable, that's when it's like, yeah, man's really taking in what you're showing me, my guy. Man's really taking in what you're showing me, rude boy. So you do that, you create the scene, you get into a meditative state, and you bring up the scene in your mind and you constantly loop it again and again and again until you feel like you're straining, until you feel like you're putting in effort, or you're trying too hard. And then once you're done, you mentally affirm like a short phrase or a saying that you would actually say upon achieving that New Year's resolution or achieving that desired reality. So it could be, we're sticking with the fitness example. It could be like, I always knew I was gonna lose X amount of weight. I always knew I was gonna lose 10 kilos or 10 pounds. It was an easy thing for me. Like, this was so easy. I didn't realize it was so easy to lose 10 pounds. I didn't realize it was so easy to put on all this muscle. Like, that's the type of statement I would say if being fit was my New Year's resolution. But yeah, man, shift your identity. You want to accomplish your New Year's resolution, shift your identity first. Whatever your New Year's resolution is, shift your identity. Make that New Year's resolution a normal thing. You feel me? Make it a part of your identity. Make it a part of your subconscious mind. And then all your behaviors, thoughts, emotions, and actions will align with that New Year's resolution. And then you'll look up one day and you'll see that New Year's resolution was smoked. You accomplished it. Light work. You feel me? Like, that's the secret, man. That's the key. The key to truly changing, to truly accomplishing your goals, your targets, your milestones, is by first becoming them. You feel me? This is how I, effortlessly accomplished many of the calisthenics milestones that I did in such a short amount of time. This is how I became a profitable trader after 2 years of going in circles and going through hell, for real. This is how I just manifest effortlessly certain things, because I first become them. I first visualize myself having them in first person. Like, I don't have goals, I don't write down goals. I just become them. I just imagine myself accomplishing them, doing them, and just tell myself, like, it's already done, you feel me? Like, and that's how I accomplish these things. That's how I do these things so effortlessly. And I want that for you too, man. So let me know in the comments if you would like some sort of PDF or some sort of guide on creating your higher self, on creating this identity for the new year. Because yeah, man, like, you probably heard about all this stuff already, like the subconscious mind and reprogramming your nervous system and all these things. But if you want a true like PDF document, a true guide on how you can create this higher self and how you can be this higher self and be the best version of you, then let me know, man, because I'll happily create that for free as well. Like, no paywall, no hidden strings attached. You feel me? Like, this is just my personality. Like, I generally just want to see people win. I want to see people doing amazing things because it always inspires me. You feel me? Anytime I see anyone doing anything amazing, it always inspires me. So the more people that are doing amazing and doing great things, the more inspired I am. You feel me? The happier I am. So that's all I want to see in 2026, people winning, becoming the best version of themselves, being the best version of themselves. And you do that by creating an identity, creating your higher self and living it every single day, man. You feel me? This is how you stay consistent. This is how you stay disciplined effortlessly. This is how you stay on your shit, and you don't need motivation. You don't need the motivational videos. You don't need feel me? You don't need the quotes, you don't need any of that, because it's just your identity, it's just who you are. You feel me? Creating the higher self is how you do that. And as the great Malcolm X said, like, if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. So creating this higher self is that backbone. It's the system you fall back on, and it's what you use to keep yourself in check, man. Like, every single day, staying aligned with your goals, staying aligned with your vision, not feeling lost, not feeling empty. Creating your higher self does all of that for you. You feel me? Usually people feel lost when they lack direction, they don't have purpose or don't have a vision. So if you're one of them people who find yourselves struggling to really understand what your purpose is, or struggling to understand like truly what you're supposed to be doing, then just create this higher self, and then that gives you something to look forward towards. That's something that you can look forward to. Like, you wake up and you're like, today I'm about to be my higher self, man, or today I'm about to be the best version I can be. So even if you don't know your purpose, even if you don't know what you're here on earth for, creating this higher self, creating this version of you, this best version of you, and doing your best to embody it every single day, that's a purpose you can have, man. That gives you purpose, that gives you a reason to live, that gives you something to look forward to every single day. And I don't want you to get confused with embodiment and being your higher self and thinking that you have to be perfect and that you have to follow it every single day, and if you don't follow it, beat yourself up. Trust me, I went through all of that. You feel me? You don't have to go through that. It's not about being perfect all the time. We don't care about perfection around here. You know, I conceptualize myself as a divine being having a human experience, and I am truly a spirit that came on this earth to experience life and to have fun and to experience the best that the world has to offer. I didn't come here on earth to be perfect, you feel me? So try not to get caught up in being your higher self every single day and you having to be perfect. Nah, man, just bake, just chill, you feel me? We're here to enjoy life. We're here to enjoy what God's created. I'm in Sierra Leone right now, West Africa, you feel me? With my family. And yeah, man, this is what life is about. Constantly becoming your best self, constantly emulating your higher self and reaching new levels. And you do that by constantly creating an identity, constantly creating your higher self. And that's lit, man. That's what it is. So yeah, man, I'm probably gonna create a Creating Your Higher Self PDF, and I'm willing to share that with the world, man, for free as well. Because as I said before, I just want to see everyone win for real. Like, that truly adds to my joy. It truly adds to my joy when I see people doing amazing, when I see people thriving. Like, that truly like invokes this fire within me. Like, yeah, man can really do this too. You feel me? But yeah, man. Fuck your New Year's resolution. Create your higher self. Embody it and become the best version of you, man. Peace.